With us now is Power for People Coalition convener Jerry Arances. Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, Diego and Angela, and thanks for inviting us.
All right, ano po reaction natin? Itong slight increase sa transmission rates during the crisis pa.
Ito po yung reflective of how the whole power sector, including yung transmission services, generation, and of course impacts the distribution charges as well, ng over reliant on imported fossil fuel.
That's right.
And itong slight adjustment ng NGCP pertains to mainly the ancillary services. At pag tinignan niyo yung ancillary services na ginawang 100% na kailangan bayaran, ERC decision yan in the past years, ay karamihan dyan mga diesel power plants. And curious ako na merong mga coal plants na naging ancillary services din. And the only reason why hindi ganun kalaki yung increase was really because madami sa mga ancillary services din ay mga renewable energy. Kasi renewable energy is not kumbaga reliant on fossil
That's
fuel importation. No? So sila yung nagsastabilize. Kaya hindi mo makikita sa NGCP yung mataas na increase. Mas makikita natin yan doon sa generation charge mismo. Yun yung pinaka nagaganap na yun.
Well, of course, ang rebuttal nila dyan would always say na dahil sa taas ng fuel cost natin, wala silang choice to increase yung mga transmission rates nila in this coming bill for to cover operational costs. Your thoughts on that?
Ito yung matagal na nating sinasabi sa pamahalaan, including sa ERC, sa Department of Energy mismo, including actually we have a petition before to the President, notwithstanding all the corruption issues within the power sector, no? Yung mismong over-reliance and still pagpo-promote ng fossil fuel dependency. And there's this proposal from DepDev ngayon na in times of a crisis na mas mag-rely pa sa coal at sa fossil fuel importation. Kasi coal is imported na biniburn natin. Around roughly 80% of the coal that we actually use for electricity is imported. At affected din siya ng nagaganap na energy crisis. In fact, we have kumbaga monitored already a 16% increase doon sa prices based on international market itong mga inaangkat at sinusunog ng mga coal plants, and that was based on kumbaga preliminary na na implication. In fact, yung sa Meralco franchise area sa production ng kuryente, generation ng kuryente, ang forecast namin, syempre hindi ito magre-reflect within the billing period right now, but really in the next billing period, amounting to around 5 pesos per kilowatt hour ang increase. Pagdating sa transmission, na nga, ini-stabilize siya ng renewable energy kasi mas madaming renewable energy na ancillary. At doon sa punto na walang magagawa, in fact, mayroon talagang dapat magawa ang pamahalaan natin at this point. So, may measure na sila doon sa pag-suspend halimbawa ng West-M. Ibig sabihin yung spot market, because really that measure will address yung gaming na sinasabi pag may problema sa supply ng kuryente because of yung pagtaas ng presyo ng kuryente ng inaangkat na mga fuels, no, at talagang diretso yung impacts niyan. Pero doon sa measures ng increases, kailangan meron po kaming sinubmit sa ERC, sa Department of Energy, including sa both houses ng Congress on the measures that really has to be put forward and put in place. Ang isa dyan ay kailangan talagang kumbaga may proposition po kami na dapat equitable yung usapin ng paano pinapasa ng electric consumers. Kasi kailangan nating protektahan mismo yung mga electric consumers na pinaka-vulnerable. For example, ilan yung drivers na nagkokonsumo ng 100 to 200 kilowatt, no? Sila na nga yung tinatamaan direkta nung epekto ng pagtaas ng diesel at ng gas, right? At pagdating nila sa bahay nila, dadalihin pa sila ng increase uli ng presyo ng kuryente. So, there are measures really that can be targeted na, for example, isuspend yung ilang taxes pagdating sa kuryente, no? Dito sa Metro Manila. But at the same time, sa mga tinatawag na small island na mga grid tulad ng Mindoro, Palawan, dyan mas matindi ang epekto kasi diretso yan sa diesel and bunker fuels. At yung increases sa diesel, grabe. So parang may estimate kami na around 25 pesos yung possible na i-carry na burden. And these small islands are subsidized by the national government. In fact, subsidized natin ng mga electric consumers. So double whammy actually yung tama sa mga electric consumers dito sa Metro Manila kasi sinasubsidize din natin yung increase sa diesel na consumption. So, ang isang approach talaga dyan is one ay equitable na pagpasa ng tinatawag na fuel cost, no? Na dapat may caution lalo na sa 100 to 200 kilowatt hour ng mga pamilya.
Okay.
Hindi kasi sapat yung ayuda lang, ano, kasi yung ayuda very limited talaga. So kaya kami nananawagan din kung meron mang intervention, isang pinaka best, notwithstanding yung excise tax and VAT sa diesel, ay yung directed sa kuryente and directed sa suspension ng pass-on pagdating sa 100 to 200.
Alright.
Marami pa pong measures na pwede nating pag-isipan hinggil dyan.
Opo. At we will continue that discussion. Hopefully, next time po, ma-invite po namin kayo ulit. With the uncertainty of the conflict in Middle East, marami po tayong mapag-uusapan dito na po pwede natin magawa. But for the meantime, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras. Power for People Coalition Convener Jerry Arances. Good morning.
Maraming salamat po. Good morning.